updated on like the minute to minute stuff, but President Obama is going to be flying into Gary Airport. I didn't even know Gary had an airport. Like I thought it was just Chicago, but he's going to be flying in, and then he's going to go from there to Evansville. So talk about culture shock, right? I hope he has a good time in Indiana. I hope people are at least try to be polite to him, because Evansville, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a pretty liberal area. I haven't spent much time down there, but he's going down there to talk to some Toyota people about, like, I guess union stuff or building cars or whatever. So that's pretty cool to have President Obama in Indiana. He hasn't been here that much, and I know we're a red state, and I know that we have a crazy governor and, like maybe one Democrat on the school board or something. But, Obama should make the effort. He is our president. He's the president of everyone, whether they like it or not. So he should visit Indiana more often. So let's be positive about that. Let's try to, keep the president involved in Indiana stuff, Um, so I was driving today through Fulton County, and every single house has a political sign like in the yard. And I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy because you don't think like at least I don't because I'm from Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne people are so apolitical. They're so blasé. They're so like, oh, I don't care about anything. The Republicans are just gonna win anyway. You hear that everywhere, and nobody has political signs in their yard. Like this is going to be like a big political season, and but Fulton County is different. And I noticed this because of the sheriff signs. They have like the most hotly contested race going on right now in Indiana. I'm sure of it because, like I said, every single yard has a political sign. And there's two guys, from what I can tell, running for sheriff. And the reason you notice the signs is because the first guy, his last name is Sailors, right? So Sailors for sheriff, it's like you shouldn't Sailors be a sailor or whatever, And he has these like wooden signs, right? These things are sturdy. They're not like political signs like the kind like Hillary's paper signs that everybody had. No, these are like hard, solid wood and hand painted, and they have like the sheriff's star like carved out and everything. They're really intense, yeah. And I'm like, and everybody had one, and I'm like, who's running against him? Well, then if you look really hard, there's like these small paper waxy signs, that say "Fear Sheriff," and I'm like, "Fear Sheriff?" Like now, I don't spend a lot of time in Fulton County. I know that Rochester is there, and I stopped in a gas station at Rochester, and I asked the gas station attendant, I was like, okay, so is this normal for Fulton County? Like for people to be this political for every single yard to have a sign in it? And all of the signs are for this guy, Chris Sailors, and he is a crime scene tech, it turns out, with the sheriff's department already. And the other one is this Carry Fear. Now, like when I saw the signs like Fear for Sheriff, I was like, wow, what an unfortunate name for somebody running for sheriff. Fear. That's not what people want in a sheriff is fear. We've been seeing videos all over America, like police beating up on people, just being crazy. And so I was like, please tell me that this fear dude, and guess what? It's not a dude. It's someone named Carrie Fear. So I'm assuming she's female. Um, but I'm like, please tell me this is a Republican because that would be so awesome, right? Like, and then it turns out that she's probably more like a Democrat. Sheriff's races aren't always very political along partisan lines. A lot of people in law enforcement, they really don't want to be known by a party. But I Googled her and looked up some information or whatever, and what I found was an obituary for who appears to be her grandfather, who was like a really well-known Democrat in the area. He was a bus driver and like he seemed like a likable guy with like a lot of family and everything, and he was active in the Democratic Party. So then I'm like, wow, okay. So if this is a woman, this Carrie Fear, I mean, Carrie is usually a woman's name, like the way it's spelled with a K. So, I kind of support that. I would like to see more women in law enforcement. Um, and it, as a side note, she appears to have a relative named Barack. Okay, how crazy is that, right? Obama's coming to Indiana, and now I learn about this. So I don't know, it was kind of cool. But I'm really impressed with Fulton County and how political they are. I really wish Fort Wayne, Indiana were more like that. I wish that Fort Wayne would get more active in politics. I'm going to be getting more active. You're going to be hearing a lot more from me. I'm going to put some web addresses here for you to get in touch with me on Facebook. Talk with me about politics on Facebook. I like that. I'm going to sign out for now, but expect to see more of me in the future. All right, bye.